Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this stream. Welcome along to our Carabao Cup second round full draw live watch along. Of course, we're here to give the coverage of each and every single draw in the Carabao Cup, and we'll see which team is one step closer to getting to the final, which will be all the way in February next year. People, hope you're well. Make sure you're smashing the like button, subscribe to the channel, and get involved in the comment section. Let me know what you're rooting for. Let me know what you're hoping for. Of course, Premier League teams have now entered this stage of the competition, which obviously means that there's some great names in there. And weirdly, for the first time in which has probably felt like ages, Manchester United are actually in the second round Carabao Cup draw, which is absolutely madness. I'm going to show you the numbers and the pots to be aware of. That northern pot definitely looks tasty as well. But I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone is well. Thank you for tuning in. Run up the like button as well. And yeah, big up to each and every single one of you. Fraser's in the house. Big up to you, Fraser. Hope you're well. Look, first and foremost, this draw is taking place in 12 minutes' time. It is going to be on here at 7:20. We're going to be having coverage of the draw at 7:20. And these are the pots that we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at, in particular, this beautiful pot here, which is the round two balls for the northern section. Now, the northern section is really fascinating, because for me, this is where you see some big names in that. Your Manchester Uniteds, your Evertons, your Sunderlands, of course, who just got promoted. The northern pot is tasty, and of course, there is the southern pot as well. Numbers to look out for. Wrexham are, of course, pot number 19. We're going to be looking out for that one and keeping our eyes cast on there. But as you can see, you've got a range from Accrington Stanley down to Tranmere and Burton. League One, League Two teams, and of course, Premier League teams in amongst it. Now, out of those, what do you think would be a tasty draw? Which one are you looking forward to seeing? And what would you like your team to be, home or away? We've also got some games on tonight. As you can see, Birmingham or Sheffield United have to play, which would be a really juicy tie. Bolton and Sheffield Wednesday, Huddersfield and Leicester, and Tranmere and Burton. Big sides, big names, big teams, all looking to battle it out. So yeah, that is one side of the draw, and hope people are well. And yeah, absolutely massive ties. Wrexham versus Man United will be there. Absolutely. And Leeds versus Man U. That would be the biggest tie of round two. If Leeds drew Man United, Leeds at home as well, that would be the biggest tie, no doubt, of round two. Tom Evans says, how many rounds are north and south? So I believe this gets split up after the third round, Tom, and then it goes into the main segment of the competition. A really good question, that. What do you think, by the way, people, of that? What do you think of that actually being a thing? How do you guys actually feel about the fact that it's split into regions still, and not necessarily done as just one big draw? The reason for that is because they are trying to reduce the travelling. They're trying to reduce the travelling of these teams. They're trying to help the clubs and make sure the clubs are looked after. Now, in the southern draw, I'm going to show you this now on stage, is here. These are the pots for the southern draw, the south draw. Again, some big teams in there, but I think the northern hemisphere is so much harder. But some big teams in here, the likes of West Ham United, Wolves, Southampton, Norwich, Millwall. There's some Fulham. There's some big Premier League teams. And in fact, however you want to say it, you could actually put an account and an argument for the south side being harder. I'd love to know in the chat yourselves, south or north, which one do you think is harder? Which one do you think is better? Let me know. But yeah, as you can see, actually, the more I look at this, I'm going to put this out there. The more I look at it, south side is so much harder. South side is something. Let's do a little count here of Premier League teams. Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton, Fulham, West Ham, Wolves. There's 6 Premier League sides on the southern draw. Let that one sink in. There are 6 Premier League sides in the southern draw. Now, if I quickly go back to that northern draw, just to count Premier League sides, let's just count Premier League sides again in the northern draw. You have the following. You have Burnley 1, Everton 2, Leeds 3, Man United 4, Sunderland 5. And that is that. There are 5 Premier League teams on the north side of the draw, and there are 7 in the south side. So I'd actually say that the south side is a lot harder and a lot more difficult to combat there. So, yeah, interesting one there, people. Interesting one there. Wrexham, for me, are in the better pot. And I like some of these comments. Tom is saying, I like the North draw. Stanley at home would be a good one so we can progress and go on a decent cut run. All about the cut run, Tom. All about the cut runs. And the league. As much momentum as possible. We saw the game at Wrexham. I was like, surely that was the game of the evening. We're going to have a look at some of those evening results. Game of the evening was definitely Wrexham 3, Hull City 3. Wrexham go for on penalties. It was the Ollie Palmer story. And Wrexham going from losing in extra time against Southampton on the weekend to winning in extra time. Football is poetic. Lexi says, I think it's fair because there's less travel time. Absolutely. West Ham Millwall. People, if it's West Ham Millwall, that beats Leeds Man United. West Ham Millwall is what all Hammers fans would be praying for. Big up to Julia Noswafdadar. Lexi said, I prefer to play it safe and have us against an easy team so we can progress. A Premier League team will eventually be on the pitch with us if we get far enough. Look, I'm absolutely saying this. Wrexham need to be eyeing for a home tie, and I think they need a lower league opposition. 100% on that one. So, look, we are 7 minutes away from the draw. Make sure you're smashing the like button on this one. Make sure you're subscribing as well. Big up to each and every single one of you. The FA Cup, obviously, is probably the more prestigious home cup in England. Carabao Cup, try telling Newcastle fans, though, that it doesn't matter. After winning their first major trophy in 70 years, Newcastle United, the holders of this trophy, will tell you this cup matters. For teams in the Championship and League One, if they can get as far as they can and get a bit of extra prize money, then so be it. But of course, a lot of these teams go into this cup knowing that the league is a priority. And you saw that again with Wrexham's starting lineup yesterday. Wholesale changes. Players who weren't even making the Championship's bench in Marriott, in Palmer. Elliot Lee and Evans didn't even get on at Southampton. Those players are there because they need minutes. And that is the beauty of the cup. Phil Parkinson will be desperate for Wrexham to stay in this cup as long as possible so we can give more minutes out as well. But yeah, 3 of them basically of the 5 basically newly promoted sides as well. That's correct as well. The northern one with Sunderland and Burnley, etc. Yeah, bloody brilliant from Palmer. Agree. Wrexham at home. That's all that matters to me, please. 100%, Marcus. 100%. Great to have so many of you in here already. And guys, 12 likes already. Let's run the likes up. Let's get 20 likes on here if we can straight away. Now, last night, I'm going to quickly show you some of the cup. Whether were there any upsets or not last night in the EFL Cup, Carabao Cup. I always find it interesting. Some people call it the EFL Cup, some call it the Carabao Cup. You have to just choose what you want to call it. But there we go. Swansea Fresh Crawley, as expected. This was a massive upset here. Middlesbrough bowing out to Doncaster. Life isn't as good as it is at Middlesbrough, as people may have made out. So yeah, that was an interesting little bit of a giant killing there. If you want to put a giant killing in round 1, was Donny beating Middlesbrough. Bradford as well beating Championship side Blackburn was another big one. And of course, there was another one here. Frank Lampard's side Coventry finally got their first win. But where was the other? There was one more. Yeah, Saints scraped through against Northampton. There was an all-championship tie between Plymouth and QPR. Reading knocked out Championship side Pompey. So there was a few Championship sides that went out. Watford went out. West Brom went out, as you can see there. And Ipswich went out to Bromley. That was another one. Ipswich, not the best start. So look, quite a few Championship sides actually got eliminated in this round of the competition. People, it happens. And that's why Wrexham getting through as they did is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to ask you now, I'm going to put it up on my screen once again. What are you predicting? Give me some of the ties that you're predicting. Who would you like to see Wrexham in particular face in these games here? Here we go. Let's put the screen up here. And there we go. Should be all locked in. Who do you like? I'm going to give you my opinion, as always, because why not? But it is this. I would love to see Wrexham have a nice home tie against someone like your Port Vales. Although Wrexham do notoriously find them hard. I would want to avoid Mansfield for some reason. But yeah, Wrexham to play someone like Lincoln, Stanley, Grimsby at home. At home. One of the lower teams that I would hate for them to get is Stockport County, but we can all picture that. We can all picture that rivalry. Stockport County again with Wrexham. I've got a feeling that one. Another one might be Birmingham City or Sheffield United. You could see that, keep that rivalry alive. But yeah, those are the ones. If you're gonna get the away tie, if Wrexham do get drawn away, you may as well go large and play one of the Premier League sides. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. If you're gonna do it away, don't go away to somewhere like bloody Rotherham United and lose. Don't go and play Rotherham United and lose away. Go play United, Leeds, or Everton away from home. Go have that day out. Go have that experience and go make a big tie of it. But people will get very close to the draw. As always with these things, I doubt they start on time, but you never know. You never know. So Julius and 24 Trammy, yeah, get in your predictions who you think Wrexham may get and give another prediction. Give another prediction. Can you see an all Premier League tie this early on in the round? That would be fascinating, of course. AZ Neo, greetings from California. Am I weird thinking Stockport or possibly even Sunderland? Sunderland, another team who've had a documentary made about them. That could be the L documentary battle. Stockport, a lot of people have got this vibe about drawing Stockport. Let's see, said maybe an old rival Stockport can happen. Could happen. But yeah, let me know. Who are you looking to have? Who do you want to avoid? Straight up, who do you want to avoid? Who don't you fancy? I'm telling you now, an away trip to somewhere like Grimsby or Rotherham, they're just trips you want to avoid. You just want to avoid them. It's a midweek away game. You don't want it. You don't want it. Think how big this turnaround is, people. Think about how big this turnaround is. Wrexham play West Brom basically in, what are we, Wednesday? In 2.5 days' time. In 2.5 days' time. But yeah, the Southern draw, I'm going to predict this. I'm going to say there's going to be an all Premier League tie in the Southern draw. 7 teams in there. I can see it. I can see it. I can see an all Premier League tie in there. Something like a Brentford Brighton or something like that, or Fulham Bournemouth, one of those. But I must say, being in the Northern section, I think Wrexham have done well. Not that they have chosen to be in the Northern section, because obviously geographically that's where they've been put. But yeah, this is where I think they're going to do well. So not long to the draw. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all well. Yeah, it's now a matter of time of seeing, are we going to get the draw on time? Are Sky Sports actually going to, cook? But yeah, just a reminder as well, these are the ties that are happening tonight. So not all teams know if they're in the hat, unlike Wrexham, but the games tonight are Barnsley, Fleetwood, Bolton, Sheffield Wednesday, Cheltenham, Exeter, Huddersfield, Leicester, and Birmingham, Sheffield United. Right, Chappers is on. We are about to do the draw, people. God, Chappers is... Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Premier League have joined the competition. Are we ready, people? The live draw is about to commence. And I'm going to get the draws. Big up from Kansas. Big up to you. If you're talking Prem, Everton or Burnley, said David. Ooh. I think it's either going to be Stockport or Manchester United because of it. It's Wrexham. Don't want Grimsby away. Correct. Lee Hendry's there. The first draw is about to commence. Who are Wrexham going to face? People, if you haven't hit the like button yet, then please make sure to do so. Subscribe to the channel, and of course, check out the pinned comment if you want to become a member. And there we go. And of course, as always, they've done this brilliantly. You can watch the Carabao Cup draw live, ready to rock and roll. And they've absolutely messed up here. Of course, Newcastle United, the winners of the Carabao Cup, the holders. Oh, they're going to do the Southern section first. They're going to do the Southern section first. So number 11 Premier League side Fulham. Let's get the Southern section up so you can see it. Southern section. Premier League side Fulham. Number 5, Fulham Bristol City. Fulham Bristol City. That's a tough one for Bristol City. They won't like that. Craven Cottage away. Next one is number 13, Norwich City. Norwich City will play number 17, Southampton. Norwich versus Southampton, an all-championship tie there. Norwich versus Southampton. As I said, Wrexham are not in this side of the draw. This is the southern draw. Oxford versus number 4, Brighton. Okay, there we go. Brighton, Premier League side, away from home. Oxford, they'll probably go weak. They'll probably rotate. 16, that is Plymouth Argyle. So, number 16 is Reading, my bad. Versus AFC Wimbledon. All League One tie there. That's good for them. AFC Wimbledon and Reading, all League One tie. Bournemouth have been drawn at home. They'll be happy. The Premier League outfit there. Are we going to get an all Premier League tie? Brentford, I called it. I said it. An all Premier League tie. Bournemouth versus Brentford. I called that before the draw. Bournemouth versus Brentford. They'll be fuming. Bournemouth, Brentford, all Premier League tie. There we go. Millwall. Ooh, you don't want to go to that. West Ham. Make it West Ham. Number 10. Oh, no. Frank Lampard's Coventry. We didn't get the famous Millwall versus West Ham tie that everyone was craving, but there we go. Good evening to Glyn as well. Hope you're well. Big up the Chappers clan in the house. Wolves, another Premier League side at home. Premier League sides have done well with the home ties. Oh, West Ham. Damn. That's incredible. 2 all Premier League sides in the southern draw. We've had Bournemouth and Brentford and West Ham and Wolves. Bloody hell, Wrexham will definitely be hoping to avoid that. Wrexham will be hoping to avoid the Premier League side. Swansea versus Plymouth. Swansea versus Plymouth. Swansea have got a nice little tidy draw there, I think, at home. Big up to Les and Jamie in the house, one of our members. Shout out to Les and Jamie. It's the southern side of the draw. Bromley have got home tie. 2 Premier League draws, though. That's madness. Wickham. Boring tie. Boring tie. But we're gonna be very close to the Wrexham side soon. Not long to go. Cardiff City, another Welsh side. So Swansea at home, Cardiff are at home. And they've got Cheltenham or Exeter. Cardiff will be buzzing about that one. Cardiff will be absolutely over the moon. I think they'll fancy themselves in that one. They'll fancy themselves. But yeah, the Northern draw is just after this one. Cambridge versus Charlton. Cambridge versus Charlton. Right, people, lock in. This is why we're here. Wrexham's side of the draw now. Come on, Wrexham. Let's have a good one. Listen, some of the key headings for me is this. 2 all Premier League ties. You have, unbelievably, Bournemouth versus Brentford and Wolves versus West Ham. 2 Premier League sides about to get knocked out in the second round. I told you that southern section is absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. So, yeah, they won't be happy. They will not be happy. People, where you see that draw, if Wrexham can avoid a Premier League outfit, get a home tie, then that would be unbelievable. But listen, Cardiff and Swansea, both Welsh sides, both got home draws. Cardiff and Swansea got home draws. I reckon Wrexham. Now put in the chat, do you think Wrexham will be home or away? Do you think Wrexham will be home or away? But big up to everyone in the house. Clinton Morrison is going to be doing the draw. Wow. Here we go. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Are Wrexham going to be home or away? The draw is going to start. Lock in now, people. You're looking out for ball number 19. 24. Tranmere Burton. Avoid. Terrible away game. 19 is Wrexham's number. And number 9 is Lincoln. Dead tie. Boring tie. Number 19 is Wrexham. Can they get a home tie? Number 1, Accrington Stanley. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Avoid, avoid. Number 5, Doncaster. Accrington versus Donny, people. Accrington versus Donny. Wow. Number 18, Wigan. I reckon Wigan won't be a bad one. Number 15, Stockport County. So Wrexham will be avoiding Stockport County. Wrexham will be avoiding Stockport County. Number 16, Stoke. Oh boy. No, I got a bad feeling. Nope. Number 2 is Bradford. Number 2 is Bradford. Wrexham still haven't been drawn yet. Number 3, Burnley. Oh, I could see this. I keep saying it every time. 19, here we go. No, number 4, Derby. Burnley Derby. Couldn't be more bland or boring if you tried. Come on, let's get a home tie. 17, Sunderland. Still, that's a Premier League side. First Premier League side out. Sunderland. Huddersfield or Leicester. Man United, Leeds and Everton are still in the draw, as are Wrexham. They could be getting one of those sides. That's massive. Number 21, Birmingham City or Sheffield United. Birmingham or Sheffield United. Are they going to set it up? Tom Brady versus... No, number 12, Port Vale. Wow. Man U, Everton and Leeds all still in this draw. 13, Preston. Probably want to take this now. Probably want to take this. Wrexham. Wrexham have been drawn. Preston North End. Wrexham have been drawn. They've got Preston North End away. Preston away. Ooh, I'm not sure. Preston away. It's one of them. You could fancy us to go and do a job. You really could have fancied Wrexham to do that. By the way, all 3 Premier League ties are still in. Man United, Everton, and Leeds are still in. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Preston. Wow. Leeds have been drawn. Leeds have been drawn against Bolton or Sheffield Wednesday. Just put it on the screen. Preston North End away is what Wrexham are drawn. Everton Man United could be here. Everton Man United could be here. Mansfield. We just missed out on Everton Man United as a potential there, people. And number 7, I think United have got to... Oh my God, Man United have got to go away to Grimsby. I actually think they'll lose that. If you want big up, you could have covered the big snooker match tonight. What's that, Glenn? Who's on that? We'll take that one good chance. We'll say goodnight now. Big up to you, Glenn. But listen, Grimsby versus Man United. That is minging. People, I'm going to say that if you're having an away game, Preston North End isn't too bad. Travelling wise, I don't think it's too far. Preston, for me, I don't think that's too far. In fact, let's have a quick look on the old Google Maps. I don't think that's too far of a travel. Let's go Wrexham Football Club to Preston, Preston Park. Let's have a look. Oh no, I put Preston Park is in Brighton. I was going to say Preston North End Football Club. Here we go. Do you know what, guys? It's not bad traveling. It's not bad traveling. This is, I'm going to quickly show you on the map just so you can get some perspective of the distance Wrexham have to travel. Not bad traveling at all. They've got to go to Preston, hour and 12 minutes. Hour and 12 minutes. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse in terms of traveling and distance. So I think they'll take that hour and 12 minutes of travel on a midweeker. And that's the draw. That's us done. That's a doable trip. Hour and 12 minutes on a midweeker. Piece of piss. I think Wrexham could actually progress through now to the 3rd round of the Cup. And we love to see that. So there we go. Les, it takes me an hour to get across town. There we go, Les. That's the size of the UK for you, the way we occupy. But people, I hope you're good. I hope you're well. That is the Carabao Cup draw. We are going to be getting some content out of any transfer stuff that comes up tomorrow. And of course, we're going to be doing a West Bromwich Albion preview for the weekend. So you know what the baggies are all about and my predicted lineup for that. So make sure you've got your notification bell turned on. Please do that for me. It'd be massive help and appreciation. Smash a like, subscribe on the way out. Shout out to everyone in the chat who has been in here, covered, talked, and of course, given your input. I really appreciate it. I'm out of here, people. Have a good one. At the Wrexham, great draw that is. Ta-da.